lot of the Brazilian tennis players, soccer players from around the world are business students. And we have a good atmosphere. Speaker series, we have a leadership series, we have all kinds of times we bring outsiders. Interaction with professionals, that means professionals in the field that students would choose to study in. The highlight of that's coming up within a couple weeks is the Student Professional Development Conference. That's an all-day thing where we try to create the same kind of conferences that people go to in their business life. Okay, so there's a registration, there is breakout sessions, there's plenary sessions, there's a lunch speaker, all of them talking about things that are of interest to business students. Work skills, life skills, and career skills. Okay, that's the package. Work skills come mostly from classes. Life skills are all those things that you don't necessarily learn in a particular class, but you need to know about in order to be a productive citizen. What kind of things? Conflict resolution, influence, leadership, how to move around in a reception room, table manners, all kinds of things are involved in the Student Professional Development Series. It goes on all through the years. Okay, what's another part of our promise? Besides those programs, quality faculty, recruited in national searches from the best universities in the world. We have 45 faculty members. I have a list later on if we get to that point, but we have people from everywhere. We have people from the University of Washington. We have people from the University of Arizona. We have people from Florida. We have people from Brown University, New England, and everywhere in between. National searches where we hire on a competitive basis, and we all tell them you have to like students. And teaching is their first priority, unlike some places. And we also promise to keep up with all the emerging developments in business practice. All the interdisciplinary programs that now exist. I probably won't be able to say this very much longer, but I'm still saying it today because there is a Department of Interdisciplinary Studies who will try to cultivate more personal individual studies programs. But the ones that exist now, all, if you draw lines between them, they all go through the College of Business, right? Digital information design, integrated marketing, communication, sport management, all have ties to the College of Business. Even one graduate program that you might not know about, Master of Art in Art Administration, they all have ties and connections. Our newest one, Sustainable Business, right? We have freshman students in it now for the first time, but we expect many more as a part of the next class. And the newest thing on our horizon is microfinance. Microfinance is that investments in improving standards of living around the world where just a few dollars will make a difference. In many developing countries, there's no way to start your own business. There's no way to get away from the hazards of poverty, but sometimes a couple $100 will let you do that. It'll let you buy an animal. It'll let you buy an oven to bake goods. It'll let you have a pure water purification system. And we're getting into that mainly. An economist named Laura Ulrich has started investigating those things around the world, and it's pretty exciting. It can add to the trip thing as well. Focus of the instructional program, choice, 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 choice. We like choices. It's a good characteristic of Winthrop in general is that Winthrop in most majors, many majors, doesn't force you the first semester of your freshman year to know exactly what you want to study. I don't think that's often realistic for 18-year-olds to know. Especially not realistic in our place because you start throwing words like management and marketing and accounting and finance, a lot of people have no clue. Even though they think they want to be a business major, they don't have a clue as to the difference between accounting and finance. It's all about money and numbers, so what's the big deal, they would say. So Winthrop, the business program, allows you to pretty much wait until your junior year to make that choice, and we think that's a good thing. We are also all about field-based learning, project partners. Field-based learning The last 5 years, we've had about 150 times when groups of students working with their faculty member have done a project with a real company. Okay? About 60 different organizations. Sometimes they're not-for-profits, sometimes they're international companies, sometimes, I mean, we've done anything that you can imagine. Weikle2 bought 30 London cabs and thought that would be the coolest business in the world to take people around in a London cab, which has a very distinctive look, but he didn't know exactly what to do, so the marketing students helped him with that, and human resource management students. It's just a way to have a resume item and to tell people I have done something other than just study in classes. Internships, everybody knows what that is, international opportunities, minors, professional minor. It's becoming very easy now at Winthrop to go through a 4-year program and then spend 1 more year, that's a fall, a spring, and a summer, and get a master's degree, okay? For the last couple of years, you've been able to do that, but beginning this next year, it's going to be even easier because the number of prerequisites in the master's program is smaller, and the total number of hours in the program has gone down from 39 hours to 36 hours. So a lot of students, if they want to be a psychology major as an undergraduate and get an MBA, that'll be a thing that happens pretty easily for them. Just remember what a year is, though. A year. Anytime you hear anything about 5 years to a master's, a year is 3 semesters. That's a fall, a spring, and a summer. Not necessarily in that order, but it takes that much. It's not like starting in August and finishing in May and after master's. It'll still be short. And so in the truth in advertising, remember that. Quality, ACSB. If somebody wants to know what ACSB means, just tell them this. Think of the best business school they've ever heard of. Harvard, or Yale, or MIT, or Stanford, or the University of Chicago, or the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania. That's the same accreditation we have. And we've had it since 1979. The same year Duke got their ACSB, so did Winthrop. Okay? So there are a lot more schools these days who talk about ACSB, but they've just recently arrived. ABET, Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology, that's the accreditation for computer science. So you can say the same thing. Think about the best computer science school you can think of, and whatever that answer might be, Georgia Tech or MIT or whatever, we have the same accreditation in our undergraduate program as they do. I think that's pretty powerful. Our students get in good graduate schools all over the place, and the thing that I think is most important, we have a very nice list of employers who come back to our campus looking for employees year after year after year after year. It's not really a fair question at a school like Winthrop to say who comes to your campus to recruit, because a lot of companies don't do campus visits anymore. Okay? It's too expensive. And when you produce the number of graduates we do in the business school, 215 a year, spread over 3 graduating times, for a lot of companies it's not worth them coming here. So it's not necessarily that a lot of people come to Winthrop to recruit business students, but when we screen them and send those that are our relationship companies and send them a list, they come, or they invite somebody to them. There are a couple government agencies that still come. But that's what I think is the best indicator. So, you know, if somebody says who comes to recruit, you might not know the answer to that, but you can say those people who do well and who get good jobs tend to have follow-ups who come back to Winthrop looking for somebody else just like that person. This is our brand. That's not it. Okay, pictures. Anybody have a question? I know I'm supposed to be finished, but I'm going to take 2 minutes and show you a couple pictures because Dr. Burmeister said I could.